According to this idea of once saved, always saved, these believers will tell you that you can never lose your salvation no matter what you say or do. Just ask them, can I live however I want to in that case? Of course they will say, no, because a real believer will not want to choose sin, but if you do choose sin, God will punish you. The reality is, if once saved, always saved is true, then God cannot punish you. The whole basis on the doctrine of OSAS theology is the belief that God always sees His Son, Jesus Christ, when He looks at us. If that's true, that He always sees His Son and His righteousness upon us, then how can He possibly see our sin at the same time? It's not possible. He would have to see through His Son to see our sin, which would be an open slander against Jesus Christ, concluding that what He did in His death, burial, and resurrection was not good enough. He did not save you good enough because God can still see your sin. How can God punish you for sins He does not see? Duh. How can God punish you for sin if Jesus is what God sees as Christ over you and His righteousness? Is His righteousness not covering you enough? If that's so, then you have a bigger problem on your hands and ridiculing Christ's deity. So then, only one of two options are true. Either 1. God does not always see His Son, which would refute once saved, always saved. Or 2. He cannot see your sin, so now you have a license to sin, meaning you can live however you want and God can't do anything about it, because He cannot see it. But do you know the crafty curveball these people want to throw? They will say, well, God will punish you, not because your salvation is in jeopardy, but because of the life you live on earth. That's nonsense, because there would be no point of punishing you if you're going to inherit heaven anyways regardless. Think about it. A parent tells their child that no matter what they do or what they say, they will never be kicked out of the house. But suppose the parent also says that if they do not do chores, the parent is going to punish them. What difference does it make if the child is still going to receive allowance and never be kicked out of the house anyways? It would not matter. If the parent says, when I always see my child, I always see my child in his goodness and innocence, that's refusing reality. There's no way the parent will ever see any wrong that child does and punish them correctly. It's not possible. Why do you think Ted Bundy's mother thought her son was innocent? Why do you think she took the stand and said that to take someone's life under any circumstances is wrong and that she does not believe the law of Florida is above the law of God? Why do you think she saw her son as innocent and refused to believe the evidence? She always saw her son as an innocent, good little boy that she raised. Hello, people! OSAS is illogical nonsense that has no consistency. They say you cannot lose your salvation, but we still need to fear God and His chastisement. That's a double standard oxymoron. That's a very sure way to know if someone's theology or thinking is illogical nonsense, no consistency, and double standards. OSAS contradicts itself and is not stable, sound doctrine. Refuse it. It's not biblical. Love the Lord Jesus Christ, fear God and keep His commandments, and read and believe the King James Bible. Thanks.